is co-CIO of Pantera Capital. Great to have you here, Joey.
Thanks for having me.
First of all, perspective on the market as you see it. We've seen significant sell-off in the main crypto assets, whether it be Bitcoin, Ether, Litecoin. Are we at a bottom now?
Yeah, I think we're close to a bottom at this point. I think the market's essentially range-bound and is waiting for some catalysts to pick things back up.
Catalysts being?
I think there's basically two things right now in cryptocurrency. So all these decentralized applications launched, but they don't really have users yet. And there's two things holding them back. One is these networks aren't scalable. So it's essentially like the internet before dial-up is how fast these networks are, so very slow. And it's also really expensive to get fiat into cryptocurrency today. I think that's going to change a lot over the next 6 to 9 months.
So are you looking at companies, startups that are actually solving, first of all, the scalability issue, for example?
Yeah, so we've invested in a lot of projects that are trying to solve that problem. It's basically a computer science problem as opposed to, on the internet you had to lay down copper wire. Here it's actually just writing programs, which makes it difficult but a lot easier.
Are we close? Because at the moment, what is it? It takes like 7 seconds or you can only get 7 transactions through a second, whereas when you look at Visa and MasterCard, that are in tens of thousands.
Right.
When do you get, for example, the Bitcoin blockchain being as fast as Visa or MasterCard?
Yeah, so I don't know if that will ever happen for Bitcoin, but I do think we will see blockchains as fast as Visa or MasterCard within the next couple of years.
Next couple of years. And what about then the cost of changing fiat, so my dollar or my euro or my pound, into crypto assets?
Right. So right now, that's if you use Coinbase, that's around 150 to 400 basis points if you use a debit card or ACH from your bank account. And I think within the next year, that'll be down to 50 basis points. Maybe not Coinbase, maybe some upstart. But I think if you see solutions like Bakkt going live, the Fidelity stuff, all these sorts of new exchanges popping up, I think it's going to drive costs down.
Why wasn't Fidelity and the announcement of more institutional accessibility more of a catalyst to the market yesterday? Why aren't we seeing more pickup? Because that used to move it's significant.
Yeah, I mean, 2 years ago that would have been a huge bull run if that news was announced. But I think at this point, the market really is, waiting for actual adoption to start to pick up. And
when does that happen?
To get that, you need scalability. And the reason is, if you look at the internet, it's easy to say, well, you just create an app, get some users, and then you solve the scalability problems. But here, these are all markets. And so if you don't have scalability, you don't have market makers. And so you don't have liquidity.
So Joey, you're not seeing a pickup in a rebound in the overall crypto market for 2 years until scalability is solved?
We could see a rebound before then, but I think that's going to be the real catalyst that drives the huge next bull run, in my opinion.